I'm Carl Skog. My wife Penny, we're owners of Crosslake Sheet Metal.
And I'm Pete Bonfie from Bonfie Plumbing Heating in the Twin Cities, and I am the acquirer of Crosslake Sheet Metal.
We started to kind of look at what we were going to do with retirement and what it would take to kind of start, phasing out or selling the business. And our accountant put us on to EBIT. The associates at EBIT, as we got to know them, they navigated and they pointed us in the right directions, and they helped us out immensely to get prepared for what was to come.
From the first phone call that we had with EBIT, they were very professional. What I liked is they had a personal touch, but yet I could see that they were structured, so all of that put together made me feel comfortable, and we both decided right away that this is a company that we wanted to work with.
EBIT listened to us, knew our concerns of how we wanted our employees, our contractors handled and taken care of, and the match they found for us in Pete here was fantastic. I mean, he had the same morals, the same thoughts, the same concerns, and so it was a very good fit that they found for us.
Not only did EBIT get to know the Skogs and Crosslake Sheet Metal real well, who they were and how they operated and how they thought, what their philosophies are. They took the time to get to know who I was, and they seemed to understand who we were as people, making sure that we got to a point that we could make a decision based on the right information. And they really just held the process together the whole way.
It really made it easy for us, and there was no concerns when it was time to turn it over. I thought it would be a lot harder than it was, but Pete, with the Bonfie company and his team, couldn't be a closer match with their integrity, their morals, how they run their business, how they deal with customers and our employees.
Using a professional like EBIT and their associates, the details that were not even on my radar at the time, they bring forward. They have the experience and the knowledge of what it takes to market a business and do right for both the seller and the buyer.
During the due diligence process, EBIT was, again, really good to deal with. The associate that I had always was there for answers. He was very willing to share his expertise with me, and it just made me really feel comfortable.
The values of EBIT seemed to align with the values of Carl and Penny and myself, which made the process really smooth and helped lead us into a great, healthy relationship. There was a high level of trust through the entire process.
EBIT did a really good job knowing who we wanted to have as a partner, the values that we wanted them to have, and the fact that they brought Pete to the table and his group was fantastic. So the biggest thing that I got out of this was, yes, the ability to move on with my life and go to the next chapter, but to have basically gotten a best friend out of the deal too. Greatly appreciate Pete.
I knew that I needed Carl and Penny still involved in the business when we acquired it. I was not prepared to just take it and run with it. And so I asked them to be a part of it for an extended period of time, and they were willing to do that based on that relationship that EBIT set up between the two of us. And it's worked really well. It's been a phenomenal process, and as Carl said, it's been one of the most rewarding friendships I've had in my life. What it really came down to is they cared. They cared about me, they cared about Carl and Penny, and they cared about the employees that we were going to inherit. And that was a really nice aspect of working with EBIT.